All right, quick tutorial on making an alignment tool. I'm guessing, but this should work. We got ourselves a 3-foot piece of angle iron. We're looking for like 4 1/4 lug spacing. So what we did here is we measured to the dead center of our angle iron. That's 18 inches or 1 foot 6 inches. So that's 1.5 feet. And then from the center, we went 2 1/8 on either side of that center point. That 2 1/8 should make it to where you are roughly 4 1/4 apart. And then this is 2 inches in length here, and you're gonna go 1 inch down because that's halfway. So these two little marks right here should be dead center of this angle iron and dead center of that. So we're gonna drill our holes through that, and then what we're gonna do is also slot them side to side. So that way, you know, if you do have a bigger, a wider lug pattern, like you're doing a 5 on 5.5 or something like that, that should accommodate and have this thing slide back and forth. So the next step here is obviously we're gonna drill our holes dead center right here and see if it slides over the hub. All right, because we don't have a machine shop, this is how we had to do these slotted holes here. We drilled our 5/8 hole right here, 5/8 of an inch, and then 1 inch away from that, we drilled another 5/8 inch hole. Took our cutting wheel and just cut the center of it out on both sides. So now it's nicely slotted and it'll fit as a universal tool. All right, our alignment tool's done. So pretty simple. We'll just do a quick tutorial. I don't have anything to actually align right now because I failed to actually show how it works on the vehicle after I did it. But anyway, so here's our hub right here. So you got your wheel off of it, and at that point you just slide this guy right over it. And then because I did slot these, it's multi-adjustable. So then at that point you just put a washer and a lug nut over it and just snug them down so where they're tight against the drive flange there. And then at that point, what you're gonna do is you got a little slot cut on either side of these. And then obviously you're making 2 of them because one goes on one hub, one goes on the other. And then at that point, bolt it up, put your level right here, make sure that your wheel is level, and then just measure with your tape measure, put it right here in the little slot, and measure it across, do it front and rear. You take that number in comparison, and then you adjust your toe accordingly. So, say you're at 64 1/4 in the front and 63 1/4 in the back. That means you're 1 inch toed out, so that way you gotta toe it in. So you basically just take the difference of those measurements, and that's what your toe is, and that's what you need to adjust it as close to 0 as possible. A little bit of toe in is good. So usually I try to maintain like between like 1/8 and 3/16. Just under 1/4 inch of toe in is preferred. So at that point, I mean, it's pretty simple. It's all basic tools. I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but it'll work. It'll get the job done. And you just got yourself a nice little alignment tool for like less than $50. So hopefully that helps in some way, shape, or form.